In my own contribution to neurodiversity, no brain is the same, I wrote about how three processes have to come together in producing artworks: cognition, emotion, and brain processes. In terms of cognition, I like to think about two aspects: cold cognition and hot cognition. Cold cognition are the ideas and logical thoughts which inspire the artwork and maybe have a title associated with it, for example. By contrast, hot cognition reflects the emotional feelings generated by viewing the artwork. For example, the elegant drawing, the gorgeous colour scheme, and the aesthetic pleasures you get from those, as well as the moral message of the work. How these hot and cold processes are brought together in the brain is probably dependent on the integration of different neural networks. And importantly involved in these processes is something we call cognitive flexibility. Cognitive flexibility reflects our responses to new challenges to produce original as well as efficient solutions. It's not particularly related to IQ scores or intelligence. And it was on hand at the Brainiverse meeting, for example, in the earthquake challenge, which we set the students, where they had to build buildings which would resist earthquakes generated artificially in a kind of game. Now, the students did pretty well with this challenge, but I have to say that the CLICK program showed that when we measured intelligence scores and creativity scores in the lab in Singaporeans, we found, despite their very high basic intelligence scores, they lagged slightly behind in creativity. So maybe there was a room for improvement in those aspects of cognition. Now, cognitive flexibility is a province of the frontal lobes of the brain. And research has also shown that it's not particularly inherited strongly. So this suggests that it could be trained more effectively, perhaps at school or in other programs for adults. And this is one of the main aims of the CLICK program, to understand the nature of cognitive flexibility and how it could be trained better to achieve better outcomes, not only in school, but in the real world. For example, in business, in enterprise, and in engineering, to have more creative solutions. And so we hope that CLICK will not only help Singapore in the future through these educational training programs, but also the world at large. Thank you.